Well, hello to another day. Today's gonna be a grumpy old man video, apparently. It's now 7:30 at night almost. Had to get out of the house. I'm waiting for a repair guy. Supposed to be there between 12 and 5. Go get home at 10 o'clock this morning. Just sat around the house trying to do things without getting too involved so I don't miss him or them, not to be judgmental, to do the repair. He even called their office. I'm like, hey, I just want to make sure, because the website doesn't say like who's coming or what. So they're like, oh yeah, they're 2 stops ahead of yours. Cool. I was at 12:30, so not knowing how long a stop is for this maintenance person, I was like, alright, appointment's between 12 and 5, not gonna rush it. So I go and just kind of do things around the house a little bit. Still didn't want to, get too involved in something I couldn't make a mess out of, and make the house seem unclean for someone to be inside of it that's a stranger. So weird we do that, but 4:30 comes along, no one called yet. I was like, alright, so I called the office. The office like, office closes at 4 o'clock. Please call back during normal business hours of 8 to 4. I'm like, that's interesting, since the appointment window is between 12 and 5, why would the office be between 8 and 4? Huh. Well, that sucks. So then I go, and it's now after 5 o'clock. Well, maybe they'll show up late. Give them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I've done dispatching. I know things happen. And then have dinner, finally. I'm like, well, this is going to have to get rescheduled, apparently. And then, even though my phone was, like, in the other room, missed a phone call it back. It's like 6:30. They call me back. Wife answers, and she's like, yeah, we're home. It's this address. And he goes, oh, wrong number, and then hangs up. Try calling him back, goes directly to voicemail. So either he's driving with a phone service that turns off while driving, or he just turned off his damn phone and went home for the day. And claimed that we weren't home, even though I've been sitting on my ass at my house for the last 7 to 12 hours. I understand that business is a business, but damn, some customer service things are just ridiculous. I know when I dispatch, I hated making late calls to tell someone they had to reschedule, but that was me in the office, and I'd called to make sure. I definitely called everybody before I left. So for me, not getting a phone call or notification or anything before they did that is a little concerning to me, but I guess maybe that's just their business design. So now that it's 7:30, he never showed up and I can't reach him, I'm just gonna go for a quick ride before the sun sets, which is kind of setting, but at least it gives me a chance to get out of the house. About 100 degrees out right now, so using a neck gaiter, see if it actually helps with keeping cool. So we'll see. So far so good while it's wet. Actually works like an evap cooler apparently, so not bad. But my office is an hour away when I go to the office tomorrow, so that's a longer test. There's my sunset. Oh, sun. Not quite setting yet. So it's amazing when you're sitting there in the summer and you're like, oh, the sun doesn't set till 9 p.m. and then wintertime it sets till 4:30 in the afternoon. So, yeah, that's my old man rant for the day. Is just the annoyance of doing what you're expected to do. If you're running late, it's understandable. Call your damn customers, let them know. Give them any updates. I have a single one. So annoying. That was actually another annoyance today. So that inflatable kayak I talked about was on back order. And I get a email in the mail, or an email notification saying, because apparently I got linked to their newsletters now as I'm waiting for my order to no longer be back ordered. And they're like, in stock now, order today. And I'm like, hold on. If the item that I have on back order is in stock, why have I not gotten my order processed yet? So I called them up. And I go, hey, here's my number, here's my information. Placed an order like a month ago with you guys. Is it being processed or is it not? Person on the phone's like, oh, got the parts in yesterday. We'll process it today for you. Get you a notification of tracking right away. Well, a credit card got hit, so I know they processed it. Still waiting on the tracking number though. So it's just a day of gripes apparently. Come on, mate. I don't want to gripe about this too. Let's go. So, hopefully tomorrow's a better day. We'll see. Because today is just about over. So yeah, hopefully another week or so I'll get that kayak, and hopefully it supports my weight, which it claims it does. Because I am a rather heavy-set person. That was one of the reasons why I ordered this kayak, is that it actually was an inflatable kayak that reached my weight level. So hopefully that works out and helps me be a little bit more active in another way. Other than that, just going to work and dealing with the day. Crazy how, I guess, Sunday was Father's Day, and it seems like it was so long ago. I ended up spending the day working on my other vehicle. Just what I thought was going to be like a 2 to 3 hour project turned into like a 12-hour project or better. It's not what I was planning on, but it is what it is. And it's currently done, so seems to be a hobby of mine now, like getting into a project, go, well, it should take this time, let's double it to be safe, and then like quadruples the amount of time it takes to do it. I really gotta get out of that habit. Otherwise the wife's not gonna trust me doing projects around the house, or around my vehicles. House projects she'll still get me to do. Vehicle projects she'll probably tell me to go take it to a mechanic. But what's the fun in that, right? So, what project should I do next? There's not a whole lot of vehicle projects right now, so I think house projects is next. I'm just gonna work on my pool, work on my grass, work on lots of things today, but ended up not being able to do those jobs. I was waiting for this gentleman that never showed up. Guess that's gonna be my weekend project now. We'll see. Hopefully things go smoother. So fun motorcycle stuff. I had a random coworker the other day come up to me. He's like, "Hey, I'm thinking about getting a bike. First time. Cool. Start with the class. Go take an MFS course. Go spend the 2 days. See if you like it, and when you're done, you get your license, and hypothetically, a discount on your insurance. So go take the class first, then pick out your bike." And like 2 days later, the wife comes in. She's like, "You'd never believe what a coworker just told me." And she had like 2 of her coworkers all of a sudden wanting to take classes and learn how to ride a motorcycle. Well, that's where we start with. Go take a class. See if you even want to do it. Unfortunately, being Phoenix, class is going to be outside. It's going to be a 100-degree outdoor activity. I mean, I took my course in August, and it was like 110. I mean, the teacher took us out. We did the riding course in the mornings when it was at least a hair cooler, and then did the book work afterwards. But I mean, there was at least one girl that was in my class that got heat exhaustion, was basically almost passed out on the side of the thing. She had to reschedule or cancel. I'm not sure what they even did for her. I know she didn't come back the next day. But yeah, that's crazy. So I hope she was able to get on a ride. There's one way of doing biking. I always wondered where like my enjoyment of wanting to ride came from. I mean, my parents didn't have a bike when I grew up. No, they kind of did. My dad had a little Honda Trail, like 110s, I think. It was an 80s bike. I might have ridden it once or twice because it had that clutchless transmission in it and stuff like that. It ran really well, just really small bike. So I don't know, like I used to ride a bicycle when I was a kid everywhere, like going to the mall, take the bike out, go to school, take the bike, go to work, rode a bicycle, like everywhere I went was on a bike. So I kind of wanted a motorcycle, I just never, I didn't have any friends that had bikes, and parents didn't have bikes, so didn't grow up around it. But apparently my father had a motorcycle growing up as a kid, and until he went to college, then he sold it and started a family and all that stuff. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's like, what is it that drove me to do this? And I enjoy riding my motorcycle, and going out and exploring more than other things. But the question is, like, what drove me to this? So weird. I don't know. I guess it's that knees and breeze kind of scenario. I say hair in the wind, but my hair is pretty thin on top, so the helmet's always on. So definitely not the hair in the wind. Yeah. What drives us to this enjoyment of being on the road? I mean, I tell people they're always afraid of bikes, and I'm like, I don't feel the fear typically. Traffic's heavy, I'm like very cautious of what's around me, but you know, I have that general like irking of like, okay, is this vehicle going to do something? Is this vehicle going to do something? But I try to keep a mindset to be prepared for it. Ironically, yesterday someone did. They actually changed lanes. They didn't even look, and they didn't realize I was there until they were already halfway into the lane, and I actually moved over to a turn lane just to get out of the way, and then I sped up and went around him after that. But yeah, I thought it was even crazier that they kept coming over it. They never actually changed their mindset. They were going into that lane no matter what. So I'm just glad I was paying attention to it. But no injuries. I got away. No damages. And here I am still riding away. So, yeah. But what brings us to these things? Don't know. Honestly, I'm sure I really care. Just enjoy doing it, and so that's what I do. Anyway, with that, until next time, you guys be careful and have fun. Take care.